Say hello to my little friend, the UMIG Mini 5, and today with this camera and a reloadable cartridge I'm going to try and film split screen on Super 8. But firstly I'll need a piece of cardboard, just a bit wider than the lens and the hood altogether. I'm going to draw roughly a big circle around like that. The idea, of course, is to have all those tabs, those folded tabs, kind of seated inside this slit in the lens hood cover, and leave half of the lens covered up. It can be rotated along with the lens hood to whatever position I want. And there's the 3/4 flag, I guess you'd call it, and like the other one, it can be rotated, wedged in there just about enough to last for a shot or two.
Right, so we're here in Reculver to film the final frame of the split frame Super 8, and here I have the UMIG Mini 5, and all I need to do is keep a hand on the focus to stop it moving all the lens hood and just rotate it 90 degrees like that. And I will now go on and shoot the final frame of this multi-frame film.
Ah, it stopped. Okay, so you finished running the film through the camera and filming whatever side of the picture you've decided to shoot. This is what you're going to need to do next, and I'd like to remind you that you will need to be shooting in a reusable, reloadable cartridge for this. This is a Kaccema cartridge from the old Soviet Union. There are more modern and arguably better reloadable cartridges, but this is what I've got, so this is what we'll be using today. Alternatively, you can use one of these, and this is a Super 8 backwinder machine. These are very difficult to get hold of, and I'm going to do a separate film on them in the future. But for now, back to the reloadable cartridge. Get it out the camera, put it inside the changing bag, get the fucking thing open, and in here you see, there we go, look, it's all wound off the core again. It would be a lot easier if you could just rotate this and just simply wind all the film back in, but this bobbin has a one-way deal, so it will go around one way but not the other. So once again, you take it out. This is some junk film, by the way, some rubbish film that I am using just to show you. I have stuck the end of the film onto this plastic core here, and back it goes again. So you rewind it all the way back again, like that. Let's use a bit of magical fast forward on this. Okay, so it's back on the core. Put the core back into the feeder side, holes up, around the wheel, over the top. Okay, put this side back on, turn it over. I'm getting faster at doing this. Pull that round. All of this you see is done inside a changing bag. Don't try and do this in bright light because obviously you're going to ruin your film. And back on it goes. Whoops! And you've got to watch out for this corner here because it jumps off that corner if you're not careful. So back on it goes. Boom! We've rewound a Super 8. Let's put it back in, turn it all the way around, and off it goes again. Okay, the moment of truth. Let's see what we've got. I'm quite happy about this, believe it or not. It works. The process is essentially sound. Now on the left hand side is just a bit of messing around near where I live. On the top right is a cycling trip, and the bottom right is Dotty the chicken. Top right and the bottom right pictures are slightly overlapping. You know, I'm using a piece of cardboard as a flag. So what do you want from me? I was thinking of getting an old filter and putting black electrical tape over it. That would work better than the cardboard thing I was using, which, to be honest, kept falling off. However, I'm going to have to do my usual apology for the slightly ropey picture quality of the film. I used 100 ASA film and I think I overexposed it. I ran out of coffee and had to use the Morrison's Savers coffee, which is utterly shit for developing. Don't go near it, it's in the white packets. Don't do it. Never mind about that. I'm going to make another film about using double exposures to create titles on your films. That'll be my next thing. That's it, except for one thing. If you want to double the capacity of your Super 8 cartridge, give a thought to shooting a half frame like this and then rewinding it and shooting the other side, because when you separate them out, you're going to have 6 minutes and 40 seconds of a portrait style Super 8, and that's quite good for mobiles. And the other thing was, this is the bottom corner zoomed up, and this is also the top corner zoomed up to full frame. It looks grainy as hell and lost a bit of definition, but really this is 4mm wide picture. A bit like that little camera that they developed for the NASA missions. I think it was the Gemini. But it's just interesting that, in theory, you could get an amazing 13 1/3 minutes of Super 8 on a single cartridge if you were to split the frame lengthways, horizontally and vertically, and get 4 pictures like this, different pictures. Just keep running it through, running it back, running it through, running it back. Do that 4 times and you'll get 13 minutes of this quality footage. Not the best, but hey, it's something, and it's something to think about. So there we go. It's possible. I've shown you how. Go and do it. Until then, keep watching and keep filming, and I'll see you later.